Well, there she is. The ground's really rocky here for obvious reasons. So I've really struggled to get my stakes in. But that's why I do use stakes. I'll talk about them probably in a future video. But they are my preferred tent pegs, really, because they'll go through most things. And yeah, it's looking nice and taut. And love this tent. It's a great tent. Right, let's get my stuff in then. Treated myself to some down pants. Put them on later. So I always used to use sleeping bags when I went wild camping, and then I saw people using these quilts, and I thought, no. Anyway, I finally gave in, and I did eventually get myself a quilt. And do you know what? I really swear by them. This is a firmer rest one. Because I move a lot in my sleep, I used to get really tangled up in sleeping bags, and I used to hate trying to get out of them, you know, in the dark, and you know, of calls of natures and things. Whereas these, they're just brilliant. Yeah, love it. I'm a quilt convert, certainly am. And I got my new pillow, Big Angus. Right, that will loft up nicely. I know what you're thinking. Why is he blowing up 2 air mattresses? I'll show you. Some people might think it's extravagant. I think they're great. I'll show you in a minute. One of the other better investments, especially when you're old and your bones ache, sitting on cold floor is not good fun. Oh, you can't beat it. Oh. And do you know what? It weighs next to nothing. Keeps my old bones off the cold ground and the wet ground. And oh, it's just lovely. It's like sitting in an armchair. It's brilliant. Yeah. I'm going to finish getting the stuff in my tent. I know it's got to be coffee time. Not had a coffee for a while. Yeah. Do you know what we've had? We've had months and months of rain, haven't we? It's like 4 months, 4.5 months, something like that. We've done nothing but rain. And today, it's absolutely glorious. I've been waiting for weeks to come out on this. God, just weather windows coming and then disappearing because it was raining. Well, finally the weather's done its thing, and it is glorious. There's actually some heat now in that sun. It's lovely, really is. Well, anyway, I'm off to filter some water now, so I don't have to worry about running out of water in the night. moment. Sorted it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Always take your rubbish home with you. So, as wild campers, the saying is leave no trace. I want to start, well, I've heard actually from somebody else, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to start a new saying, and that's be a positive trace wild camper. So that means not only do we leave no trace, but we leave the places we camp in looking better than when we got there. So we do that, I don't know, if you find other people's litter, we're already doing it, but you pick their litter up and you take it with you. If you see people have had fires, which you shouldn't do, because you know all land in this country is owned by somebody and you're setting fire to it, but it's not your land. So you know, try and tidy it up. If they've left it in a mess, tidy it up. So yeah, let's start the new slogan, positive trace wild campers. I'm hoping it'll catch on. Well, let's do the taste test then. Chicken tikka. It's piping hot. Do you know, that's lovely. That's really, really nice. Gonna enjoy this. Not gonna make you watch me eat it though. So I was just out hoping to catch what's looking like going to be a really nice sunset. But the gamekeepers have turned up, and they're about 300 yards that way. And I think they're rabbiting because they're shooting. And I suddenly realised I'm in a bright day glow orange jacket. So I've come inside my tent and I'm hiding, and I'm probably going to miss the sunset. Sorry. Well, I did sneak back out. The car's coming closer, but I thought I'll try and catch that sunset. And where that big splodge of cloud is, currently the sun is setting right behind it. What can you do? So I'm all tucked up in bed now. I had a nice chat with the gamekeeper. Actually, he came over to speak to me, and he was checking me out. Basically, he was just checking out the site, checking out that hadn't caused any damage and stuff. He said that last week he'd had a couple of lads up here, and they were hiding beer cans under rocks and things like that. And they had a little fire pit and things. And he said, you know, these buildings are a conservation area. So he told them to move on, and so obviously I offered to move on myself, but after speaking to me and he had a check around the site and that, he said no, he was more unhappy, and actually he said looks forward to seeing me again at some point, more than welcome. So that's really nice, that, you know, they don't have to, you know, these places are, like I said earlier, every land's owned by somebody, and although this guy was a gamekeeper who's employed by the family that own the land, you know, ultimately he has the right to ask us to move off, and he didn't. You know, I gave him some reassurance, told him I've been doing this for a long time, talked about the no trace, yeah, so he went off happy. So yeah, it's you know, this positive trace wild camping is something we need to stick with. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Goodness me. I'm going to get my head down, so I'll see you in the morning. Good night, all. Well, good morning. That was a cold night. Well, time to get the coffee on and my full English breakfast. Well, it smells good. Looking forward to eating this. But again, I'm not going to make you watch me eat it. Oh no. Well, there's a little bit of frost on the tent, but nothing major. So I'm just doing a final check, make sure I've not left anything, no rubbish or anything. Don't forget, leave no trace. Be positive trace wild campers. Nice and you won't be able to tell I've been here. Let's do that very short walk back to the car then.